Apparently I made an entrance for the deer when I built this arch last year. There's actually 2 of them. Good morning. Oh my God, I'm shaking. I just came in from my walk and I could smell something burning. Thankfully, it was just this stupid fan. Second time the motor has burned out of a fan. It scared me. I use fans to keep my basement dry. I am literally shaking right now. That's because I already had an electrical fire in this house and I know that smell. Ooh, my nerves. Oh, my nerves. Stella, what are you doing? Where have you been? Nice to see you. You're a surly looking little guy. Always scowling. It's very cold here today. I had to get off the property. I was feeling a bit out of sorts. I ran into town to pick up some groceries for the week. I had to walk away from the news because it's stressing me out a little bit. And then the first thing I saw when I logged back in was commentary on people's celebration of what is happening in LA because it's impacting wealthy people. And my poor heart just can't take it. It reminds me of when Kurt Cobain died and everyone called him a poser when 9/11 happened and people celebrated it because America was such an awful, awful place. Most recently, the assassination of this CEO, and now this, and I just don't understand why people can't have empathy in crisis. So I guess I'm just trying to regulate myself. I know I'm all over the place today. What I'd like to say in response to everything going on is I'm just left with gratitude, feeling like I don't have any problems today compared to what other people are contending with. And I just really hope that the world can find grace again with each other. Which leads me to my last sentiment of the day, which is leading by example, which I think is all that we can do. When it comes to behaving with kindness and generosity and empathy, with any lesson that we teach in life, leading by example is our most important lesson. Whether it was being a personal trainer, being a mom, being a homesteader, and simply just being a citizen of the world. I saw a video recently where somebody was homesteading and they were working really hard and talking about how nobody should do what they do, that they work too hard to the point where they end up sick in bed, and that they should take their own advice. And I really reflected on it a lot. That is not my message here. You guys know, if you have watched my videos, that I purposefully do not overwork myself because my investment here is in sustainability. And so I have learned how to pace myself. And it just left me thinking, how can we promote a lifestyle if we are not leading by example? The other big anecdote that I'll share is there was a time when my older kid was having some problems and was choosing violence in the household. And at that time, I was mature in my parenting enough to show restraint and not react with violence, because that's no way to teach that violence is not the answer. And if I had reacted with violence, ultimately, I just would have been waiting for the next blow that could possibly have sent me down the stairs and broken my neck. Ultimately, in response to that, rather than reciprocate the violence, I chose to lead by example and show that it's never an option. And that resulted in me having to call in actual authorities to mitigate the situation, which, looking back, was a much more dramatic, out of house solution for the problem, because again, I had to outsource to get the help I needed. To this day, I still think it was the best thing that I ever did. And when the dust settled, it never happened again. I shudder to think if I had responded with violence, and I think one of us probably even accidentally would have ended up really hurt. So that's Katie Kate's lesson for today. Lead by example in everything that you do, whether it's your response to other people's situations, being kind out in the world, being a good role model, and showing people by virtue of what you do. I really hope that I am achieving that here on this platform with my content. So until next time, happy, healthy living. I'm just gonna check out and try to relax and process and appreciate my life and be grateful for whatever problems I do have, because I'm happy to have them. I hope you are all doing well, staying safe and staying kind. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.